Kyler Murray up 8.2 spots right now, 84.6 as far as ADP. He played in 8 games last year, averaged 18.3 points. That was the 10th highest mark among quarterbacks last year. He was a top 12 quarterback in 60.6% of his games over the last 3 years. They've said he's not playing in the preseason, which is something that we all expect. Pete, I'm going to go to you on this one. What says you on Mr. Kyler Murray? And, for people who are getting ready to draft, we always say quarterback's a deep position. You don't have to draft Kyler right away. So what are your thoughts on Mr. Kyler Murray, who now also has Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, I think this could be the best weapons that he's ever had in his career as a collection. Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. are probably, there's a good chance that they're better than DeAndre Hopkins when he came over, and I think it was Christian Kirk. Kirk really wasn't the player that we see today when Hopkins first came over there. So I like Kyler Murray. It's unfortunate because his ADP really has risen. A month or two ago, I remember I had posted a thread about Kyler and on Reddit about why his cost. I think he was being priced at like the quarterback 10. He's shot up to, he's around that quarterback 6 or 7 range now. And honestly, like, it's not the boldest thing to say. I've seen people say it on Twitter, but it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I'm more comfortable probably drafting Kyler over Anthony Richardson. The weapons are better. The defense is worse. They're going to be playing from behind a lot this year, in my opinion. And this is a team that was 18th lowest in the NFL for pass rate last year, and then they were, I think, 23rd or 24th in total passing attempts as a team. The offensive line should take a step forward. They brought in some okay pieces in free agency. I think Jonah Williams they brought in, and they brought in some guys in the draft. They also had some high draft capital last year that should take a step forward. And look, they also brought in Zay Jones, who I'm not saying he's a world beater, but he is a nice player from an NFL standpoint. And I think Greg Dortch, this coaching staff really likes him. So this is a guy who finished in the top 5 in points per game twice in 5 seasons in the NFL. So we know he has top 5 potential. And he has legs. He runs the football. So I like Kyler Murray a lot. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to get if I miss out on those top 4 guys in Mahomes, Jalen, Lamar, and Josh Allen.
There you go. Steve, you want to go with this one?
Yeah, no, I like going after Kyler this year for sure. In the past, I really haven't been on Kyler. He started out his career very, very well. He finished as a QB1, in 2020 or right around there, top 2, top 3. And then he had the ACL tear, was out, 7, 8 games last year, came back. So, again, Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, we all know Zay Jones, Michael Wilson, we all like it. It's a value. 7th round to get Kyler Murray is pretty damn solid. I would take him just like right after Dak. And Jordan Love and Kyler, I don't kind of mind mixing them up, but as far as Pete said, yeah, I mean, he could be a better pick than Anthony Richardson, who's going around before. So yeah, I like the prospects of Kyler Murray this year. The weapons are very, very nice, and it should be a very, very solid season for him. And we all expect him to run even more this year, coming back healthy from an ACL tear.
2 quick comments here I want to get to, and then Anthony, if you have a point on Kyler, you can make it. If not, we'll get into the next player, and you can kick it off with that. Greg did say, "Damn, miss a start as I didn't get notification." Hi, fellas. I'm curious. Did you hit the bell icon? Should you be notified every time I go live? If not, let us know so we can figure that part out, because we want to make sure when we go live. Lastly, he said, "Hope you have given Hoff shit as he didn't think Ayuk could be traded." I'm just going to speak for all 3 of these guys. They're probably going to wait until it's official, and then they'll give me shit. For now, they're just kind of lying in the weeds and waiting and salivating to rip me apart, which is fine. It's to be expected. You're going to be wrong sometimes. Anthony, did you have a Kyler point, or did you want me to get on to the next player?
Yeah, no, I have Kyler ranked as my QB6 ahead of Dak, Burrow, CJ Stroud is actually now my QB9. He keeps falling in my rankings, but Kyler,
interesting.
I love his set of weapons. This is by far his best set. You can make a case, well, they had Hopkins and Hollywood Brown. They were rarely ever on the field together. Now, Gannon's a defensive-minded head coach, but this defense is a work in progress. They're going to have to score points to win games, to stay in games. And Kyler, whether he's throwing or running, he's going to be the guy who's facilitating those points. If we look at his career resume since 2019, his rookie year, he's been in the top 11 in points per game every single year. Each of the past, or from 2020 to 2022, top 7 in points per game. And even last year, he had 18.9 points per game. That's his exact number he had in 2022, which would have given him, let's say, another QB7 finish. So we know what we're getting from Kyler. When he's on the field, he's one of the most electric fantasy quarterbacks you can get. So, I'm all in on getting Kyler Murray if you miss out on one of those top guys. And I'm not ready to take Kyler over my Anthony Richardson guy. He's the guy that could potentially break fantasy football this year. So I'm not ready to go there. And
that was somewhat of a spicy take in my opinion, but not really, kind of, sort of, in a way.
I wouldn't take Richardson where I wouldn't take Kyler where Richardson's going, but I'll gladly take the discount and grab another possibly elite tight end in round 6 if
so
they're
that
still there. A lot of times they
are.
are.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then take Kyler in round 7. Jamie asked if that was the year. Didn't he have Fitz, Hopkins, and Marquise? Fitz wasn't on the team when Marquise was there. And to Anthony's point, these guys were never healthy together ever.
Hopkins, Fitz, and Kirk. He said.
No, above that, he said Fitz, Hopkins, Marquise. It was Christian Kirk, AJ Brown, AJ Green. It was Kirk, Hopkins, AJ Green, and Rondell Moore. At one point, they had them all.
AJ Green was like a skeleton at that point, and so was Fitzgerald.
Yeah.